everybody, welcome to a new video. We're doing something slightly different today. We're going to be playing the Pokemon trading card game online. This is going to be a pretty basic introductory video. We're just going to play with one of the standard decks that you can get. We're not going to get into deck building or anything like that. And the video is really designed for people who have never played the Pokemon trading card game online before, just to give them an overview of how to play. So we just click on this button here at the top, click on Versus, and the program will select. You can choose which deck you want. I like playing with this Rillaboom deck, so we're going to stick with that. You press play and the program will choose another random opponent for you to play against. So whilst it's looking here for an opponent, I'm not an expert at this game by any stretch, but I have been playing a little while. I tend to just play with the standard decks. I have tried building my own deck before, but I'm definitely not brilliant at it, but I might make some more videos in the future. So here's the game starting right now. We flip the coin. You can call who's going to go first. It's heads, so I've won. I'm going to elect not to go first. The player who goes first can add an energy, but they cannot take a turn, do an attack, or use a trainer card or anything of that nature. So the first thing we do is select a basic Pokemon as our active Pokemon, and then we choose to put any remaining basic Pokemon on the bench if we so wish. This is the bench here. This is where you hold your Pokemon that are waiting to go into play. This is your active Pokemon, and these are the cards here that are in your hand. So there'll be the evolution Pokemon. You might have some basic Pokemon in here, trainers and energies. So our opponent is just choosing at the moment which cards he is going to use on his deck. These 6 cards here to this side are our prize cards. When we eliminate one of our opponent's Pokemon, we get to take one of these cards. And this is our deck here. And this negative empty space here will be our discard pile. So it's our turn now. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this great ball, because we can use it to find a Pokemon that we want. There's only one Pokemon available, and that's Snorlax, so we'll take it. So he can either stay in our hand or he can go on the bench now. I'm going to pop him on the bench. I'm going to put an energy card on this Gossifleur, and I am going to use the action Call for Family, which means I can search my deck for 3 Pokemon that I want on my bench. So I'm going to take a Cottony, and I'm going to take 2, no, I think I'll just take 1 Grookey. Let me just go back to the play mat. I've already got a Miraculous and a Snorlax, so I don't necessarily want those. I'm actually going to take another Gossifleur. The reason being, the evolution of Gossifleur allows you to put up to 3 energies on any Pokemon. There's a good chance this one's going to be taken out. I suppose I could have retreated him or switched him, but until I get that evolution Pokemon, I'm not going to be able to do much now with him. I think I really made a mistake taking another Gossifleur there. Oh, here we go. So we can look now for that Eldegoss. Here he is, Eldegoss, and he's a really good card. I really like this card because we can use it to power up all of our other Pokemon. So we evolve the Gossifleur here. We can also add an energy card every single turn. We don't need to put any more on the Eldegoss, but we'll put this energy on that Snorlax, and we can also evolve our Grookey. Now, if we had a Rillaboom there, which is the next evolution, we wouldn't be able to put it on now. We would have to wait till our next turn. So we're going to use Blessings of Fluff. So we're not actually doing any damage to our opponent's Pokemon. We are just using these actions to power up our Pokemon. So that's the Snorlax fully powered up now, and it's our opponent's turn. Now this Dragonite deck, this is quite a good deck. He has some good cards. The Dragonite is a very powerful card once he has that powered up. So we want to be taking these 2 cards out before he gets a chance. There he goes. He's got his Dratini, and he's going to eventually be powering that up to evolving that to a Dragonite. Okay, so we're going to pop this on here. I'm not going to use the switch. but I am going to use the Professor's Research. I don't have many cards at the minute, so I don't have a lot to lose. So it's a good point to use that Professor's Research trainer card, and I can get all these new cards. I'm also going to use the Poker Gear, which means I can get another trainer to help me if there was one in the top of part of my deck, but there isn't, so that's a bit of a wasted card. And I am going to use this now to put another 3 energy, and we're going to put them on the Thwacky, because next time I can use the Poker Kid trainer card that I have here to find that Rillaboom, and then I will have my Snorlax and Rillaboom fully powered up. And the next go, I think I will retreat my Eldegoss, because I want to start attacking. I want to get his Pokemon out of there before he has chance to put too many, you know, energies on them and evolve them too far. So let's look for that Rillaboom. We'll take the Rillaboom. Now the Eldegoss only has a 1 energy retreat cost, so it's not too bad to retreat that card. And I think we'll put Snorlax in, and then we can put the Rillaboom onto Thwacky so that our Rillaboom is ready to go next. So we're going to use, well, either of those will take the Pidgey out. So there we go. Our opponent has lost 1 card, 1 Pokemon, so we get to choose one of our prize cards now. And we have another Eldegoss, which isn't really needed at this time. My only mistake in this game so far is I shouldn't have put that other Gossifleur there, but sometimes it is handy if your first one gets taken out. But it's a bit of a wasted space on my bench really, because I don't need to use that. Now Tornadus, if he has Thundurus on his bench, it's quite a powerful attack. It does 80 damage to your active Pokemon plus 20 damage to each of these. Now he doesn't have Thundurus on his bench, so we want to get that Tornadus taken out before that happens. So we can put an energy card on one of our Pokemon. We're going to put it on Cottony, because that's the next card I want to evolve, hopefully. We don't really have any other cards. I suppose we could evolve that Gossifleur, but we're not going to use it probably. And there is no other trainer cards I want to use at this moment in time. So let's just use Heavy Impact on that Tornadus. And then we can... Okay, so sorry about that. I just had to answer the door. So here we go, back again. Let's power up this Maracticus. Now this isn't a danger to us, but he's evolved this now to a Dragonair, and the next step is to evolve it to a Dragonite, which is a very powerful card. So we really need to be taking these cards out. Let's use this trainer to see what we have here. Nothing really that we want. We don't really need that Cottony or the Gossifleur, but we'll take the Cottony. And we don't really need to use the Ordinary Rod or the Professor's Research yet, so we'll just attack this Pokemon and we will get another prize card. I really would like to get that. Oh, Hop. He's one of my favourite trainers to use because you can draw 3 cards. We're okay for cards at the minute. We are short on energies. That might become a problem if we don't start getting some. But at some point, he obviously hasn't got a Dragonite in his hand at the moment, but at some point he's going to draw one and evolve this card, and then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, so I'm going to use the Hop. Now you always have to keep in mind how many cards you have left in this deck. You only have 17. If your opponent hasn't taken all your Pokemon out, but you use all these cards, you're still going to lose. Now here's a Whimsicott, so we can evolve that Cottony. And then we can put another card on this Maracticus in case we need it. And there's nothing else we need to do with the cards in our hands. So we will attack this Dratini and take that out as well. Now he's going to be dangerous once he gets that Dragonair evolved into a Dragonite. But he obviously hasn't managed to get that Dragonite from his deck yet. Here he's using a trainer to search his deck for some Pokemon, but that only allows you to take basic Pokemon. The Thundurus and the Tornado are good cards in this deck to have powered, energied up on your bench. They do make for good cards, but he hasn't managed to get them organized yet. So here we go, it's our turn now. There's no trainers we want to use at this point. There's no Pokemon we can put up on our bench. We will put an energy over here and we will do our attack. That's all we need to do. Now these two decks, I've played with both this Rillaboom and this Dragonite deck a lot, both of them. And I would say they're fairly evenly matched. I win and lose in similar ratios with each of them, to be honest. It's just a lot down to the luck of what cards you get first. That usually determines who wins. If he'd managed to power up a couple of Dragonite and had the Tornadus and the Thundurus powered up before I got mine, it would have been game over for me more than likely. So I don't really need any Pokemon at the minute, so I'm not actually going to use that trainer. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to put another card on Maractus and we're just going to... Oh, there. He has conceded because he's realised that obviously he wasn't going to win. So that was quite a short game, guys. Perhaps we will do another game using that same Rillaboom deck and we will see if we can get a different deck to play against. So if we just click the play button again and we will see which opponent we get. It would be nice if we could get an opponent with another Rillaboom deck. No, we have actually, I have never played against this deck before and I've never played with that deck before. So it's going to be new to me, some of the actions that some of the Pokemon in that and trainers in that deck can do. Okay, we haven't had a very good first draw. Look, we've got no energy cards. We only have our Snorlax, so we have to put him in play. But that's not a card I would want to put in play in the beginning because you need to have 3 energies before you can even do the lowest tackle. I mean, Kangaskhan is quite a strong card. He's going to have that powered up before we are. And he's going to knock our Snorlax out, basically. So let's have a look and see what we can do using our trainers. So let's use this Great Ball, first of all, and see what we can get. Let's have a quick look at the playmat. So we could do with a Cottony, so that we can use this Whimsicott. And also, this Eldegoss is a very useful card. So let's just go back and see if we can find, yes, a Gossifleur. That's what we need. We could also do with a switch card so that we can switch this Snorlax out, to be honest. Let's use our Poké Kid and see what we can also find that might be useful to us. So we can get that Cottony there. Yeah, I'm going to take that Cottony. I was debating between taking that or a Grookey to start using this Rillaboom, but next time we can evolve both of these cards that are on our bench. We don't have any energies to use right now, and we have that Snorlax stuck there that's going to be virtually impossible to get powered up before that Kangaskhan knocks us out. So unless we get a switch, I'm just going to click done so he can have his turn. Unless we get a switch and we can switch that Snorlax out, that Snorlax is probably going to end up beaten. We might just have to resign ourselves to the fact that we're going to lose that Snorlax and concentrate on our next move after that happens. I don't think I can save that Snorlax now. If I start putting energies on there, I mean, oh, well, I do have the switch. Okay, but we don't have an energy, so I'm reluctant to switch the Snorlax out. It would save the Snorlax, but then one of these cards are going to go in, and because we don't have an energy, although what we could do, we could evolve both of these cards. Then we could use our potion. Doing this is going to make us lose the Rillaboom, unfortunately. But if I switch for the Eldegoss, and then if we use Professor's Research, it will give us 7 new cards. It will discard our Rillaboom, which isn't ideal because you do only get 2 of them in the deck. But it does mean we have energy cards and we can actually start to fight back. The good news as well, we have this ordinary rod, so we can fish that Rillaboom out of there. But I'm not going to do it right now because you are able with that ordinary rod card to fish energy out of there as well. And there isn't currently any energy cards in our discard pile, so I don't want to waste it just by taking the Rillaboom, especially when we don't even have a Grookey to start off the evolution line anyway. So we've just powered up that Snorlax. Well, he has 3 out of his 4 energy. Now our Eldegoss here is going to be taken out. We're only going to get to use it once this round, like we managed to use it 2 or 3 times in the last game. It's only going to be once this round because he is now going to use Hammering, I imagine, and knock our Eldegoss out. But the good news is we have 4, well, we will have 4 energy on the Snorlax, which does 130 damage, which will take Kangaskhan straight out of the game. So he has knocked out our Eldegoss. We can take that Kangaskhan right out. And he does have another one here that he's starting to power up. So we're going to put the 4th energy card on the Snorlax. We might as well pop Cottony on the bench. It's quite a useful card, not Cottony, but when he's evolved into Whimsicott, it's quite a useful card. So I do like to have 1 or 2 of those on my bench. They only take 1 energy to do either of their actions, and both actions are quite good. One does 50 damage, the Leaf Step, and the Cotton Ride is also a very useful action. If you flip a coin and you get heads, you can put the active Pokemon of your opponent plus all the energy, all the evolutions, everything back into their deck. So it doesn't knock them out. You don't get a prize card for it, but if you have a very powerful opponent with a very powered up, Pokemon there, and you don't have a Pokemon that's capable of taking him out, you can use that Whimsicott just to get rid of it, to give you a little bit of extra time to get your Pokemon energized and evolved. So he's managed to get a few more basic Pokemon that is popping on his bench here. They're generally basic. Oh, he switched them. So he obviously wants to save that Kangaskhan. He knows I'm going to be able to take it out next go. He doesn't want to do that. Oh, is he switching back again? Why has he done that? That's a bit strange. He switched and then switched back. He's having a look at some cards now. He's pulling some cards from his deck. Okay. What does that... Ah, right, okay. So, if any of your so, because we knocked one out, that attack done 90 more damage. So, that is quite a powerful attack. So, I'm going to put our Snorlax onto the bench. I still don't think I'm going to fish that Rillaboom out. Well, I could, I suppose, and then I could use... Oh, I don't really want to use a Professor's Research because then it will bin the Thwacky as well. No, let's just have one more go and see what we can get before we use that ordinary rod. Let's... Oh, he's quit. I was just getting the strategy together there. He didn't obviously feel very confident. Okay, I don't know. Let's have one more going then, guys. Let's have a look. Should we stick with the Rillaboom deck? Yeah, let's stick with the Rillaboom deck. We'll have one more go, and then we'll call it a wrap for this introductory video. And then maybe if you guys have enjoyed it, I will do some more videos on the Pokemon trading card game online. So, we won the coin flip. I never choose to go first. Sometimes it can be an advantage to go first, but more often than not, I think it's the advantage to go second. And we do have the Gossifleur again. So I think I'll put that in first. We could, and we'll put the Maracticus on the bench. So, there's our prize cards going into position. And this is another deck that I've never actually played against before, I don't think. So what do we have here? He has a Darumaka. He went first, so all he can do is put an energy on, whereas we can actually use one of our actions. So we can get some of our basic Pokemon. I'll take a Cottony. I'll take a Grookey. Let me just check. I don't have a Snorlax. I'll take a Snorlax as well. Now I do like the call for family action but you can only take basic Pokemon with it. That's the only downside. And once you've used it once, you can't really use it again. Well, you could, but I'd only be able to get one more, and I think it's a waste. We could possibly retreat that Pokemon, because it does only cost 1 energy to retreat it. And we could start using the Cottony, which I will evolve into Whimsicott, and we can start doing some damage. Okay, so yeah, I think I will take that Gossifleur out of there. However, I will use this Pokegear first, and we'll get the Hop. And we will use the Hop because you never know, we might get an Eldegoss that we can evolve the Gossifleur, or we might get a switch so that we don't have to use the... Yeah, we did get the switch. So, let's evolve Cottony. Let's put an energy on Whimsicott. And shall we use the switch or shall we keep the switch? I think I'm going to keep the switch because it only costs 1 to retreat this one. And later on I might want to switch, say, the Snorlax that costs 4. So I'd rather just use 1 energy there. So he's unfortunately probably going to knock us out here now because he's got... What does he have? I can't see because that's come up now. He can do 20, but we do have weakness against fire types. So whatever he does is 2 times worth damage. Or we've definitely had it now. He's going to use that Flare Blitz. In itself is fine to knock us out, let alone with the double. Look at that, 220. So a lot of my grass types are weak against fire types. In fact, all of them are. So I don't really want to put any of them in there at the moment. So I'm going to put the Snorlax in. It's basically a sacrifice to that Snorlax, whilst I get some of these others powered up, basically, and evolved. I'm not going to use anything else right now. I'm just going to let that Snorlax take the brunt of this hit. It's going to be 110 damage, so it won't knock him out. So I will have 1 more turn. I might end up having to sacrifice another one of these Pokemon as well. I'm not in a great position, to be honest. He has the type advantage over me. He has a lot of fire type in his deck, which have a very big advantage over all my grass type. You can see here the weakness, times 2 weakness, and you can see that fire symbol next to the 2. He's definitely got a lot of fire type in that deck. So, this is good. We can put that in there. I'm wondering why he didn't attack me last time. What did he use instead? Oh, he used the Find Wildfire, so he decided to look for some energy cards rather than attack me. So, I think what I'm going to do is, as Snorlax was not sacrificed as we thought, I'm going to put an energy on Eldegoss. And this is why I saved that switch. If I'd have used that switch before, I would not be able to take this Snorlax out of the active spot now, because as you can see, the retreat cost is 4. But as it stands, I can use the switch, I can put Eldegoss in, and I can use this Blessings of Fluff to get 3 energies and make that Snorlax quite powerful. So, because he didn't attack my Snorlax last time, that has given me the opportunity to do that. However, he must have really been desperate for energy cards because he's chosen to use Find Wildfire instead. So, even though he has an awful lot of cards in his hand here, he obviously didn't have very many energies. Although we know he has now, he's got at least 3 because he pulled them from using that action. He's drawing another 3 cards with his How card. So look, he has a lot of cards. He must have a lot of evolution Pokemons in there, a lot of trainers, probably a lot of energies now. He can't have too many basic Pokemon because he's not putting them on his deck. What's this one that he's powering up? It's a Salazzle. That will evolve into... I don't know if that's a final ever. No, there is another evolution. I can't think what it is. It goes Salandit and into Salazzle. But whatever the evolution is, he's obviously good. He's getting that card powered up, ready to attack. So he's chosen to take energy cards. He obviously only had one energy card left in his deck because that Find Wildfire was supposed to bring 3 energy cards and only 1 came out. So we now know he doesn't have any energy cards in that deck. So if he runs out here, we're in quite a good position. And the good news is he hasn't taken out our Eldegoss. So we are going to use that, take advantage, and get 3 more energy cards before he manages to knock us out. We're going to put 2 onto the Thwackey, and we're going to pop 1 onto the Maractus. We don't really want to use that Thwackey yet until we can get the Rillaboom card if possible. So let's see what he's going to do now. Surely he's definitely going to take us out now. He'll have to put... Oh, the Welder is a very good trainer card or supporter card. I'll just show you it again. Attach 2 energies from your hand. Oh, he's disappeared now. To one of your Pokemon. And if you do, you get to draw 3 more cards. Now, the one thing that we need to keep an eye on here as well. He only has 12 cards left in his deck here. We have 29 left in ours. If those cards run out before he's managed to take out all 6 of our cards, we're going to win regardless of whether, you know, he takes out our Pokemon or not. So he has used quite a lot of his deck. So I think we're actually in quite a good position at the moment. He's going to have to choose what he's going to do now, and I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm not sure if he's attached an energy this turn or not. If he has already, oh, he's going to switch. So he's going to bring in, oh, it looks like this is sort of a sacrifice, I guess. Oh, he's going to draw 2 cards. I guess that's all he can do. What's he doing now? Oh, he's putting more energy on. Wow, he's really utilising these supporter and trainer cards this turn. Okay, so that Meowth is now asleep. So we're going to use Hop. We're going to draw some cards. We're looking for that Rillaboom. We didn't get it. Okay, so let's just put that on there. We don't really... Do I want to draw? Yeah, go on. We'll draw those last 3. I didn't really want to use all 3, but yeah, let's just put those on there. We'll put 1 on Thwackey, and we'll put 1 on there. And if he doesn't take out our Eldegoss, we will switch next time. Well, not switch because we don't have a switch card, but we'll retreat. We'll retreat. It only costs 1 to retreat Eldegoss. And we will put, not Thwackey, we'll put, I think we'll probably put Maractus in. This is quite a good card if you get lucky. It does 60 damage for every... You flip a coin for every energy you have attached to the card. And for every one that turns up heads, it does 60 damage. And if you get a 2 or 3 or even 4 of those flipping heads, it's a very powerful card. But you do take a risk because if they all turn tails, your attack does absolutely 0. Okay, so Pokekid, let's look for that Rillaboom. And then we can get that Thwackey evolved. There we go. There's 2 in the deck. We'll take that Rillaboom. We'll evolve that Thwackey. Now we can put an energy card onto one of our Pokemon, but I don't really want to. We could put it on this Maractus, but I don't want to. I want to save that. If we get a Cottony that we want to, you know, evolve into a Whimsicott and we want to use that, we're going to need that. So I'm going to retreat this Eldegoss. I'm going to put the Maractus in. And I'll show you what I mean by these coin flips. There's 60. There's another 60. Wow, see, we've got all 4 heads. That's a massive... It's overkill, really, on that poor little Meowth. But if you had a very powerful Pokemon you were up against there, that's what you want. You want those 4 heads. But like I say, sometimes it backfires because you can get 4 tails. So, who are we up against now? The Salazzle. Now, remember, these grass type that we have, the Maractus, Eldegoss, and the Rillaboom, all have weakness to fire types. So I really don't want our Rillaboom going in there against one of these fire types because he's going to get knocked out pretty quickly. I think we will put Snorlax in next, and we will hopefully try and find another Snorlax. See, 180, that would have only been a 60 damage to, say, the Snorlax. So let's put the Snorlax in. He does not have a weakness to fire types, and we will see what we can get. Just put these cards on the bench. I don't have anyone I want to use the potion or Pokemon Center Lady on. There's only that Eldegoss with any damage. Let us take out this Salazzle. I'm hoping he's going to put another one of these fire types in against Snorlax so I can get those. No, he hasn't. Now then, this is a dragon type. Let me just see. I've never come across this. I'm not very familiar with the explosive jet. Okay, so he can discard any amount of energy, and it does 100 and it does 50 damage for each one. So if he discards all three of those, that's our Snorlax knocked out, which isn't great. But I noticed these fire type that he had here that can do damage to our Rillaboom, he only has that one that has an energy on it. But even this Flare Blitz with a weakness will be 220 damage and would knock out our Rillaboom. So we do not want our Rillaboom going anywhere near this guy here, this Darmanitan. So here we go. Snorlax is going to be knocked out, unfortunately. And I do not want to put the Rillaboom in, because yes, the Rillaboom could take out this Turtonator, no problem. But then all he would have to do is put in this Darmanitan and knock out our Rillaboom, and then where would we be? We would hardly have any cards left. So what are we going to do? I think I'm going to put the Cottony in. I am going to use a Professor's Research, and yes, it will mean that I lose the Pokemon Center Lady and the potion. Now, I wish I'd known I was going to get that Snorlax, because I would have put Eldegoss in. Actually, that wouldn't have helped because we don't have any energy cards in that deck, do we? So, I'm going to quickly use this potion on there, seeing as it's going to get discarded anyway. I'm going to pop the energy onto Cottony. I am going to use a Professor's Research, and I am hoping and praying for a Whimsicott. That is what we need here. Yes, and we got one. So we can evolve the Cottony. And as a bonus, we have another Thwackey and another Rillaboom. We are very short on energy cards, however. So, and we are down to 11 here. So actually, seeing as we don't need any of these cards right now, and we are down to only 11 in our deck, I am not going to take a card. I am going to leave it. I am going to use Whimsicott. I'm going to use Lead Step. I'm not sure if we're actually going to win this game or not. We have that Rillaboom, but he's weak. We have this other Rillaboom that we can evolve next go, but we know we have no energy left in this deck. The only place that we can get energy from is in this prize card pile. So we're going to struggle powering up either the Snorlax or the Thwackey. So he's going to switch now. And he's going to... Yes, right. Okay, this is good. Because, yes, our Whimsicott is going to be gone. But we now have an opportunity to get rid of that Darmanitan. Okay, we can use our Rillaboom to take him out before he has a chance to do damage. And none of his other fire type have energy on them. So he won't immediately be able to come back at us too hard. He does have this one here. But that will not knock out our Rillaboom. So, shall we use Switch? Yes, I'm going to use Switch because normally it's only one retreat, but we're very short on energy. So I am going to use the Switch. I'm going to put Rillaboom in. Now let me just see. He has got... Okay, the 90 will be sufficient to knock him out. So we'll do the drum roll, because that will do 10 damage to each of his bench Pokemon as well. So, let's hope... Oh, I was hoping for an energy card there, but that didn't happen. So, now he's choosing which card to put in. Like I've said a few times, these fire type are very dangerous, but he doesn't even have a single energy on either of those. So, he's going to... Unless he has some kind of trainer card or action card where... Oh, he has that welder. Oh my goodness. So he's going to be able to put 2 energy on this in one go because he had that welder trainer card. So that's going to do 180 damage to us, which isn't going to knock us out, but it is going to cripple us. And we do have a potion which will heal 30, but remember our Pokemon Center lady and our other potion that could have really helped us here ended up going into the discard pile when we used Professor's research. So yes, Rillaboom will live to fight to do one more. Oh no! The weakness was even more. What happened there? I thought that was only going... Oh, look. Yeah, the strong cheer. Right. So we're in trouble now. So I think we're going to have to... Whimsicott is the only one that's able to even do an attack. We could just use Leaf Step and he would do, you know, 50 damage. But that's not going to help us out much. So I think we need to take a chance at this point and use Cotton Ride and try and get this card out of the game altogether. We're really going to struggle because we just do not have any energy. Using Hop's not going to help us because I don't think there's any energy cards left in this deck. So let's just hope for the best. Do Cotton Ride and let's hope for a heads. Otherwise I think it's... Oh, tails. Now I think that was our last chance. I think it's going to be game over for us now. We're not going to be able to come back from this because we just don't have the energy cards. The only chance we have is he has less cards in his deck than us. He has 6 and we have 9. If we can hold on till those cards have run out, his 6 cards have run out, that's the only way we're going to win this now. We don't have a chance any other way because we have no energy. So I'm going to put Snorlax in because he is not weak against fire type, in the hope that we can last a bit longer, and all we can do is see if we can hold on and he uses up his deck. So this last game, I mean, we won the first 2, but this last game hasn't been great for us, but we did have a type disadvantage. So here we go. Nothing else we can do really. I can pop these on the bench, but it's not really going to help us in the long run. Just press done. And he only has 4 cards left. We have 7. We don't want to use any of our trainers that are going to draw any extra cards out of our deck, because for 1 it's not going to help us, and for 2 it's going to make our cards go down. We want his 4 to go down. Nothing we can do. Just click done. And that's us done. Now he's not attacking for some reason. I don't know why he hasn't been attacking, because his cards are running down quite rapidly. And he needs to attack really, because he's going to run out of cards in his deck before we are. He only has 2 left. We have 5. And he has the ability to attack. The only thing I can think of is that he hasn't noticed that his got so few cards in his deck. That's the only thing I can think of, because it doesn't make sense. He could have knocked us out by now. He could have taken us out. He must know by now that we don't have any energy cards. Oh, look what he's done. Oh, that's the finish of us. He obviously had a trainer where he could put all his cards back in his deck and shuffle again. Now we have an opportunity here. We can use an ordinary rod. I think it's going to be too little, too late for us. So which cards are going to help us? Whimsicott's going to help us because that only takes 1. We don't really need any of these others, but we will pop it in. We will pop 1 into our deck just to give us that extra card in our deck. And we get to put 2 energies in there. We need to get that Snorlax out of there though. We need... I don't even think there's a switch available. So what can we do? Nothing. We can't... Snorlax... We can't get Snorlax out of there. We're just going to have to click done. And yeah, admit defeat. I should probably just concede, to be honest, but I don't like conceding. Now he's back to having 5 cards in his hand and we have 7. So we're back to having that chance, I guess. But it isn't much of a chance. What's he going to do here? Discard any amount of energy. You'll see he's going to knock Snorlax out here. That is a serious 480 damage. That is a serious amount. and it's game over. So we didn't actually win that third one, but 2 out of 3 isn't bad, and hopefully that's given you guys a little bit of an overview on how to play the TCG. It's very easy to start when you're playing it online because the program gives you all the prompts of what you need to do. It's not like you're playing it live with cards where you have to remember all your different actions, you know, pick a card and draw cards and do this. The program itself prompts you, so it's a really good way to learn. If you guys have liked this video or it's been helpful in any way, let me know in the comments and I'll maybe make some more videos on the Pokemon trading card game online. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.